um detetive particular especialista em encontrar pessoas perdidas. Esse é o mote inicial de Sugar, nova série policial da Apple TV Plus, com Colin Farrell e um toque brasileiro, a direção de Fernando Meirelles. Eu sou a Raquel Carneiro e neste vídeo eu conversei com o famoso ator irlandês sobre o programa e a parceria com o diretor de Cidade de Deus. Este ano, Colin Farrell ainda vai fazer barulho com a série O Pinguim, na qual ele interpreta o tenebroso vilão do universo de Batman. Mas antes disso, o ator vestiu um belíssimo terno para interpretar o John Sugar, um detetive boa pinta, protagonista da série Sugar, que estreia na sexta-feira, dia 5, na Apple TV Plus.
John Sugar. And the sky is gray. I'm a private investigator.
Na trama, ele deve encontrar a neta desaparecida de um produtor de Hollywood, o que desencadeia uma viagem pela história do cinema noir americano e pela cidade de Los Angeles. O Colin Farrell falou comigo sobre a série e essa variedade de papéis.
Well, as a Brazilian, I first have to ask you, how was it to work with Fernando Meirelles?
It was a dream. He was amazing.
When I heard he was coming on board the project, I was so thrilled and kind of relieved, because just being so aware of his work through the years, there was just an instant trust there. You know, whatever way Fernando wanted to shoot it, whatever he wanted to do, wherever he wanted to set it, of course, you know, it was just, I knew there was going to be a certain degree of engagement with the environment. And this show, a lot of it is about John Sugar and what he goes through, and Melanie and what she goes through, and Kirby's character Ruby, but a lot of it is about the world around us and what's happening in the world around us. And Fernando is just he has a consummate curiosity about the world and about human beings and different cultures and different musics and origin stories, and the way we relate to each other and the way we relate to the planet and systems of power and all that. And so when he came on board, I was just incredibly excited, and he was so collaborative. He was so generous with, you know, everyone's opinions. He would ask everyone, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? He was bringing in cast and crew, and he was extraordinary, really. I loved working with him.
There was any moment that you felt like some kind of cultural exchange, like he was doing something in a way you say, oh, why?
No, because I mean, God, cultures as represented by each group are so important, and they mark and they testify to so much of our human experience. But when it comes to just telling a story, I mean, it was amazing that Fernando came. He doesn't live in Los Angeles, so he's not tired by LA. He's not jaded by it. He's not bored by it at all. He doesn't come and say it's superficial. He comes with an open mind and an open heart, and he sees the city as it is, which is a really fascinating kaleidoscope of all sorts of different cultures and thoughts and ideas and ambitions and arts, and he came with that perspective, so it was really beautiful. But as far as anything he did that I thought was a clash of cultures, no, he's just, you know, he's a humanist more than anything else. He's just thoroughly a decent human being, and an incredibly bright and talented one, of course, but it was amazing having him at the helm.
The show is about this detective that loves films. So what kind of old movies you love that maybe you brought into this character?
There's loads out of the past, and Maltese Falcon and Double Indemnity, and there's loads of old films that I just enjoyed watching as a result of knowing that Sugar had a passion for older films. But I've always loved black and white film. Whether contemporary or as a result of black and white being the only film that was possible to make. So it was fun to swim in those waters. You know, it's something, John Sugar uses film as a kind of a lens through which to observe human behaviour as well, as many of us do. And his love for film was kind of another one of the things just that I thought that was unusual and was kind of really attractive about the character.
You came from benches of initial, you were great, and now this show, a completely different character, and soon you're gonna be in Penguin. So how was it to you to go from one character to another in so different ways?
Fun, it's just fun. It keeps it, you know, it just keeps it all fresh, and I never feel like I've gotten anywhere or arrived anywhere or anything like that. I feel like I'm starting anew every time, you know. Every time you go and do something different, you know, it just keeps it very alive for me and confuses me and doesn't allow me to get too comfortable, I suppose.
Great. Well, Colin, thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time.
My cat wanna say hi.
Oh, I love your cat. I have a cat. What's your cat's name?
Sofia Coppola.
She's little. Is she only young?
She's very young. She's 3 months old.
I was going to say 10 weeks. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Oh, enjoy. Long life.
Thank you.
Long life.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Tchau, tchau.
E esse foi Em Cartaz. Até a próxima semana com mais novidades do streaming e do cinema.